Trump, what are you doing? These are terrible tariffs.
Yeah.
Right after, he reversed course, Bill Ackman's like, Donald Trump is a genius. And sucking his dick. Yeah, he's just sucked his dick. Bill Ackman is a bitch. I'm doing Daily Show on Tuesday, and I think my running thing is going to be Bill Ackman is a bitch.
Yeah, we could do tariff for tariff.
Do people really care about Bill Ackman though? Because I don't care about.
I don't think people care about Bill Ackman, but I care about Bill Ackman.
It's like in the tariff topic.
He's just a bitch. Bill Ackman's a bitch. Chama Palapati is a bitch. Who else is a bitch? JD Vance is a bitch.
Nah, well, I mean, all these billionaires like
bitches.
They're being smart about what they're trying to do, though. You know.
Wow, Asif is defending billionaires.
I'm not defending them. I'm just like what they do makes sense. Like, because the
GoFundMe's popping off.
Here's the thing. They know that the only first of all, America, our government's fucking broke. Think about how big, how much debt we have, right? Mm-hmm. And most of that debt's held by actually Americans. They tell you it's Chinese, and this is all China owns
China and Japan.
34% of what's held internationally, which is 40%.
Uh-huh.
And so, really, other Americans hold bonds and are holding the debt.
Uh-huh.
And so, all these rich people have the government by the balls,
uh-huh.
and the only lever the government has to fix anything is taxing them. And every rich person knows this, and that's why we're talking about trans people. That's why we're talking about immigrants, because it's a better way. It's easier to get people riled up than taxing the rich.
Yes. That's all this is.
That's all it is.
So 34% of bonds are held internationally.
34% of 34% of what is owned by foreign holders of American debt is owned by China.
How much?
Our biggest foreign.
How much
creditor.
debt is owned by foreign entities?
I don't know the exact number, but it's not. I remember looking this up and being shocked. 22% is held of foreign.
It's foreign, so around 80% is held here by the states.
Yeah,
interesting. And so what was that?
Banks, mutual funds, pension funds.
The Fed, mutual funds, pension funds. And those pension funds and institutional holders, hedge funds that are just...
Bill Ackman.
Well, Bill Ackman said, no wonder the government doesn't care about tariffs. Cantor Fitzgerald, what's his name? Howard Lutnick, the guy who's in charge, is long bonds. And that's why the tariffs plummeting... the stock market is good for Howard Lutnick because he held a bunch of bonds. And that's why they were doing it. And then the instant he reversed course, Donald Trump easily just whispered to his boys, watch this. And then 20% jump that same day. He's he said, today's a good day to buy. 4 hours later, he reverses course on the tariffs. Market goes through the roof. I mean,
only a very specific type of finance bro makes money when the market's that volatile. Like Bill Ackman and
bro, I made money that day.
Guys.
I made money that day.
Over the long term?
No, just that day.
Yeah, but I'm saying over the long term, you're still fucked if the Dow's crashes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if you were in the market that morning and you were like, okay, time to buy because Donnie just said it's a great day to buy, and he definitely told Bill and Elon and everybody hey,
watch this.
This shit.
It's a specific type of person. That
insider trader, a specific type of insider trader, but also that's why not commit open SEC violations? That has to be an SEC violation.
Yeah,
it definitely is.
This representative from
I want to see what Nancy did that morning. What was Nancy doing? What every congressperson definitely got in on that. That's why they're all quiet. All these hoes. Bill Ackman's a bitch. That's what I'm going to say that every 3 minutes while I'm being interviewed by Ronnie. Bill Ackman's a bitch. What are we watching here?
This is a representative from Nevada that's basically saying, how is this not market manipulation?
It is market manipulation.
If it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? Is this market manipulation?
No.
How is that not market manipulation? It's openly market manipulation.
Yeah, I mean, he said the president of the United States is telling you when to buy something.
Yeah.
It's clear market manipulation.
Right.
What is it? Because it sure is not.
It's just open corruption.
Yeah, well, every
Now I realize why like every Indian person loves this guy, Donnie.
Yeah.
Because it's just India. He's just turning America into India. It's just like, yeah, you got to pay to play. You talk shit about the government, we'll get you kicked out on the one-way ticket to El Salvador. That's also the wildest story I've ever heard.
Oh, the guy who
was just in El Salvador who was like, "Oh, our bad. We didn't mean to send you there. You're not coming back."
Was he an American citizen?
Yeah.
No, he's not a citizen.
Wait, I thought that he was.
No, he was a migrant from El Salvador, I believe. But he's like, he came from El Salvador because he was concerned that gangs were threatening him and his family, and so he moved to, I think, Maryland or something. And a court said he was not a criminal, basically, and the ICE was like, "Nah, we don't think so," and they deported him to El Salvador. And then they were like, "Oh, our bad, but we're not gonna do anything to bring him back." It's just Trump openly defying courts. You know, what's his name?
Abrego Garcia.
Yeah, it's insane. But it's just turning into India. That's what's happening. That's why all these Indian uncles are like, yeah, Donald Trump. He's just turning into India. That's all that's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that from uncles before, where it's like it's easier for them to. They want America to be like India because it'll be easier for them to stay on top.
Right. To succeed, you just grease the wheel.
Yeah, well, I mean, now they have money, and so that like now they just don't want anybody else to get it, and that's it.
Oh man,
because that's what India's like. A very small amount of people are rich, and most people are poor as shit, and they have no hope for social mobility whatsoever.
But don't say that on the pod, because the Narendra Modi stands are going to come flocking. Actually, Narendra Modi lifted India out of poverty, and
yes, the streets are paved with gold.
The biggest middle class uprising since ever.
And the homeless guy with one arm that's begging you for money is he was a skiing accident.
Right.
It wasn't. He doesn't owe a debtor. Mm-hmm. And Slumdog Millionaire was a lie. And fuck Dev Patel.
Here we are, Gucci Turban. I'm Nimesh Patel. This is, as always, the Turbinator himself, Mr. Gucci.
I'm going to start wearing a turban.
We got to come with merch.
Yeah.
AKA Asif. Our merch should just be a keychain of the white guy in the Gucci turban.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That should be the merch.
Or just a lot of Dollar Mendy.
Yeah.
Wearing a Gucci turban. Because I don't think he'd sue us, right?
Who?
Dollar Mendy?
The Lair Mendy?
I don't know.
This guy.
I know who that is.
Our guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he would sue us or not.
Please don't sue us, Mr. Mendy.
Mr. Mendy.
Yeah, please be on our podcast. Wow, look at our Patreon. Ooh. Yeah. 89 paid people. Thank you. Thank you for fucking with us.
We got some dad jokes.
We got some dad jokes? Oh, yeah, hold on one second. Once again, this is a Gucci Turban Podcast. I'm your host, Nimesh Patel, with fellow host, Turban himself, Mr. Asif, a.k.a. Gucci Mane. Gucci Turban Mane.
Mr. Gucci Mane, please don't sue us.
Yes.
Mr. Mane.
I should shout out the podcast on Daily Show, too, and see if Gucci will then pay attention and sue us. So then we can say, fuck you, Gucci.
And go Jam Boys.
Yeah.
Become the Jam Boys?
We become the Jam Boys.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Gucci's paying attention.
Gucci has no idea what's going on, man.
Because did they come after Gucci Mane? Yeah, they had no idea. Gucci Mane's made millions of dollars using their trademark. These Italian guys just smoking cigs in Milan somewhere. Like, I don't
Cigarillos.
know. Yeah, they don't care.
Self-rolled.
They don't care.
No. In their linen pants. And Ferragamo loafers. Oh, they'd be wearing Gucci loafers. What were we talking about?
Dad jokes?
Dad jokes.
Are we on it? Or you want?
Let's do it.
All right.
This one comes from Ubby. Dad joke. Recessions are tough, even for superheroes. I just heard that the Invisible Man got fired right after his wife had their first kid. Yeah, they had to let him go because was a parent now.
That was a bad one, Ubby.
I get it, but damn, all that for that.
Man, I was gonna try to laugh because you're a Patreon sub, but
We appreciate you, Obi.
we appreciate you. And
That joke was rough. Recessions are tough, even for superheroes. I just heard that the Invisible Man got fired right after his wife had their first kid. Yeah, they had to let him go because he was a parent now. I get it, but even on second reading, I'm like, what the fuck? What? You don't need that first part.
Nope.
You know, he didn't get fired because of the recession.
So here's how I would do it. Did you hear that the Invisible Man lost his powers after he became a dad?
Why?
It's because he's a parent now.
There you go. Yeah, wow, nice. Rewrite on the fly.
Blammo.
Albie, thank you for that. We appreciate your patronage, but we reserve the right to tell you, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What is that? Hey, what's this picture?
Some fan from show in
That looks like Charlotte.
maybe, yeah.
Let's see. I'm not sure where that is.
This might be actually maybe DC. No,
it's not DC.
not DC.
I don't know where that is.
It's that I'll remember it.
My girlfriend and I were trying to plan a week vacation. This is too. Oh, we're gonna year of the cracker. How do you get Pikachu on the bus? You Pokemon. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's good.
Rahul Jobanputra. Nice, dude. Nice. Also, please play some LeBron songs on the next episode. What LeBron song?
LeBron has music?
Not the LeBron, the AI ones that I brought up a couple Patreon episodes ago.
Oh no, we're not doing that at all. But thank you for the
No, thank you, sir.
Yeah. 1 out of 2 ain't bad, dude. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Fuck out of here with
That's
your
good, though. That's a
LeBron
good joke.
requests. Yeah, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. I appreciate that one. Let me look up some other ones. I spent so much mental energy looking up what I'm going to wear on Fallon. I'm doing Fallon on April 29th.
Nice. You find anything?
No, I just found some stuff in my closet. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to wear that.
Just wear a kurta.
Asif told me to wear the Steve Jobs outfit.
Yeah, I would wear either a full Steve Jobs outfit and just not reference it at all.
You kind of wore a Steve Jobs outfit for, was it Fallon? Was it Daily Show?
Seth Meyers,
maybe.
No.
You wore a
he's wearing a real
turtleneck.
shirt.
That's all with a coat on. If you took off the coat, it's pretty much just Steve Jobs. There's like this one photo of you.
Yeah, I mean, I've worn that. I've worn a turtleneck with a blazer a bunch of times.
Yeah,
but
if you take off the blazer, that's Steve Jobs.
no, but it's got to be black with jeans and New Balances.
Oh, okay, yeah. Full fit.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I'm not doing acid in the woods and then trying to cure my cancer with holistic remedies.
Eating fruits.
Yeah.
This guy really, like, everybody thought he was the smartest man in the world.
Right.
Just because he thought he could just cure his cancer by eating peaches.
Right.
Speaking of Apple, did you see that they flew in 5 planes of iPhone to avoid the tariffs?
Yeah, and then tomorrow Apple stock's going to go through the roof because Donnie over here capitulated and said we can chips and phones are exempt and laptops
Everything's going to be exempt.
He's a bitch ass. He's
all
a bitch
of these
ass.
tariffs are just going to focus on that one island we talked about last time, Nauru. And then they're fucked. All right, those penguins are out there, or whatever animals. It's in Micronesia. So what is that? Like sharks? You're fucked. Manta rays. There's no this is all bullshit and posturing. I don't even think we could do 15 minutes of politics today because I'm just
Fried.
I'm fried from the whiplash of all these tariffs and our Congress people being corrupt idiots.
So I asked my wife when her birthday was.
Yeah.
She said March 1st. So I walked around the room and asked again. March 1st. You get it? I know my wife's birthday. My wife, she also asked me to get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store.
Okay.
When I got home, I realized that I had picked 7 up.
I saw that coming.
It's pretty solid. Oh, these are from Dad Says Jokes on Instagram, by the way. On Twitter.
On X.
On X. Normally I don't use this shit, but what's it called? It's what Google showed me. This requires a little bit of visualization, but it made me laugh while I read it last night. You know what happened? Right after we got back from dinner, I accidentally glued my thumb and finger together. It's gonna be okay for a while.
You can't even make that sign anymore.
What, this one?
The okay one, because that's the white supremacist one.
Oh, really?
White power.
White
How
power.
did they take this?
They took it. You're an oath keeper now. It's oath keeping.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, remember they do that? That's what we used to do as kids. You used to show them the butthole and then just punch them. And then every white supremacist was like, we're taking that. We're going to take that. Yeah. We're going to restore the master race. What the fuck?
Is there Gunder, bro?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see. So, after comedy, I might start a zoo. And apparently to start a zoo, you need at least 2 pandas, a grizzly, and 3 polars. It's the bare minimum. I like that, dude. That's good. You know why dinosaurs don't make good pets? Because they're dead. I got a shoulder chuckle from Asif. That's pretty good,
Maybe.
dude. That's pretty good.
They're coming back with these dire wolves they're bringing back.
Oh, right. Dire wolves are coming
Apparently,
back.
that's not real at all. Like, it's just the headline. That's not. It's like
fucking legacy news media.
Yeah, it's like one DNA from the dire wolf, but it's pretty much just a gray wolf.
Anytime there's a headline like that, it's like, all right, which department did we just gut entirely in the federal government? You know what I mean?
Sorry, this is the guy. I just saw this.
This guy looks like he would know about dire wolves.
Do we trust this guy?
Wolves. They are gray wolves with edited DNA to make them more dire wolf-like, and they didn't even do that right.
This guy's
Almost
mad.
everything we know about dire wolves is that they would have been a
Holy
little bit
shit.
more reddish in color. They were more closely related to other canids. They were distantly related to gray wolves.
This is
We don't even know
why
how many teeth
you
were different.
can't fire
I posted a video about it
everyone that works
yesterday.
in the national
Just try-
parks, because this guy's gonna go fucking nuts,
here's
dude.
what they're saying. Here's
This
what
guy's
they're
gonna go
Here's what they
crazy.
did. 20 or so genes. But like, it's a load of bull. It's a complete load of bull.
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad, son.
Spread it. The goddamn headline. Oh, we de-extincted. No, you did not. It's like if you altered the DNA of an elephant to have a little bit longer hair and went, we made a woolly mammoth. No, you didn't. It's like saying that Neanderthals are de-extincted because we figured out that something like 25% of their genome exists in the human population. In bits
They
and
do.
pieces
It's in West
separately.
Virginia.
That's not the same thing.
Okay.
Oh
Devin,
my God.
Devin's
Like, if one
Devin's
more
pretty
person
mad.
had-
My God.
They brought
At the
dire
end of
wolves
this rant, I'd just be like, but dire wolves are cool though, right?
back. From this company.
Man.
Yeah, look what we did.
This
When
is
it's a
so
load of
mad.
bull, just makes me mad.
Yeah,
Science
we-
is supposed to
we
be
can
about
tell.
transparent. This isn't. Do they do
Oh
science?
my God,
Yes.
he's taking the breath.
But all the other
Click
stuff, it's just
his profile.
theatrics. It's just a publicity stunt.
I've been on the receiving end of like rants like that, and I'm always like, "Hey man, are you a biologist?" by trade? And they're always like, "Nah, I'm a social studies teacher." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude."
He is a bio teacher.
He is a bio teacher. Dude.
Oh, he is good.
Yeah.
Naturalist bio teacher in Sci-Commer.
Whatever that is.
Good. So he's actually does this for a living.
It's funny though because he made a video that's much calmer a week prior, and then people still didn't.
Bro,
give a fuck.
everyone's crashing out, dude. This is the year of the crash out.
Yeah,
I think I might name my tour the Crash Out Tour.
That's a good tour. That's a
I'm
good tour name.
crashing out, dude.
That's a good name. That's a good
I'm
name.
crashing out everywhere I go.
That's better than I told you. It should be called Just Give Up.
You
You know?
Just give up.
Just give up tour.
No, I think before just giving up, you got to crash out. Yeah. There's two ways that this shit. There's two ways this
Just
shit
get on
goes.
stage and be like, "Hey, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing anymore?
What are we doing?
What's the point of laughter?"
No. I'm calling it the crash out tour. I think
That's a sick name.
because everyone needs to crash out. Bill Ackman, you're a bitch. Bill Ackman is a bitch ass
I
dude.
did not see that one.
Yeah, Bill Ackman is a bitch ass dude. And Bill Ackman, you represent everything wrong with society. You are a rich piece of shit whining about stuff that you could be a fucking superhero, but instead you're a whiny little bitch.
I mean, the whiny little bitch is part of the game, though, you know? Because, like, all the finance people that I know, and you know more than I do, but, like...
All the finance guys I know are pretty chill minus one.
But when you get a job in finance, you realize that, like, the shit that you look at is totally different from the news reports. Mm-hmm. Like the news becomes completely useless to you because you're looking at like non-farm payroll and like manufacturing and like you're really looking at the economy because that's your job. And then so Bill Ackman knows what's really going on.
Yeah, no, we're in a recession.
Yeah, he knows all these rich people know what's really going on. They're just, you know, they're grifting us. This is part of their game. The whining, the bitching. Like this guy, I don't know how much is Bill Ackman worth. Like $50 billion,
$6 billion, $8 billion. You know, low end billionaire, little bitch ass.
Oh, he's a low end one. All right. Well, either way, he's got some money.
$4 billion. So $10 billion.
8.9 billion.
Yeah.
And he's got to get on the news and like whine about avocado toast.
Yeah,
like,
bro, stop being a bitch. What a little bitch ass dude. He's the guy that like encouraged doxing of those Harvard students that were protesting pro-Palestine protesters. He's like, this is anti-Semitic. Shut up, you whiny little bitch. What a whiny little bitch. Oh man, I hope he sees the segment and does something. I will slap the shit out of Bill Ackman.
Bro, Bill Ackman would hire one of those guys with a fake arm to like shoot you.
No, but I'll put you in the front.
I get shot. I get shot because you know, like Jeff Bezos travels
a fake arm, like the British bodyguards have with the Prince Charles and shit.
Yeah. That's what Jeff Bezos rolls around with the guy with like a fake arm that's always out to shake your hand. It's like a mannequin arm because he's really just gonna draw the gun. He's gonna fucking
Bezos doesn't need bodyguards.
blow your ass away, Luigi.
Jeff Bezos does not need bodyguards.
Get your sexy little ass out of my face.
You seen him?
Who?
But Bezos, he's on hella-roids.
Yeah, but that's like roids that where you don't have the cardio to fight. You know, he just looks big, and he's like 60 years old.
Zuckerberg, you're also a bitch. Let's see. The whole thing with Bill Ackman is that he's like one of these. He's like the Karen of investing. He's an activist investor, and he just takes positions in companies and cries. He's a little bitch ass dude.
I mean, he's let me speak to your manager on.
Yeah, that's exactly who he is. And it's just like to do that, all you need is a lot of capital and like a little bit of insight into a company, and you just take position in the board and say, change all this stuff, what I'm calling the manager. And then he does that and he makes a bunch of money, but he's obviously lost a fuck ton of money because he's a bitch ass dude. Bill Ackman, you're a bitch ass dude. Also another bitch ass. We should do a bitch ass of the week. Chamat Palapatya, bitch ass of the week. Forever a bitch ass. Helped created the Instagram, Facebook addiction algorithm by studying casinos and how they get people addicted to gambling. Implemented the same kind of game theory within Facebook's algorithm, brags about it, created a bunch of SPACs that have all lost tons of money, and then somehow people still glaze this dude as some smart investor. Bitch ass dude, Chamat Palapatya. I'll slap Chamat back to Sri Lanka. He bragged about his
easy access to the White House. I'm like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because he was bitching that he gave a ton of money to the Democrats and like he couldn't get them to pick up the phone. Mm-hmm. But now he can call Trump at any time.
Yeah, I mean, he probably gave a bunch of money to the Democrats. They want to pick up his phone because he's a smarmy fuck. He's a smarmy fuck. You know, lost millions of dollars on his SPACs. Now look at him.
The Trump White House is winning.
Do not allow ads on Fox News. You're fucked if you do that. You're gonna be seeing ads for all kinds of coins.
That's like the tech bros though, like because Chamath was like he pretended he was a Democrat for a while. The name of his fund was Social Capital.
Yeah.
But he was trying to like tell the world that he's a good guy and he cared about things until
So social impact investing is a lie.
Yeah, it's a Total lie.
It's a total. I mean, on its face, it seems like it's a good idea, but investors don't want social returns. They want returns. They don't. There's no like, oh, like we'll take a 8% return as opposed to a 10% return because we helped create a bunch of jobs in Ghana. No, they don't give a fuck. Give us our 10%. We'll create the jobs ourselves.
They don't care about creating jobs either. Like, this is why I think reading the news and like legacy media is so fucked, because like they just respond to like the theater of shit, all the shit that these guys say. They're like, they give it weight, but they never really call out what they're really doing. Because like they don't care about making jobs. All these rich people, they just keep buying assets, right? Because they don't really consume more. They have more money than they could ever consume,
Right.
but they just keep buying assets, and ultimately like poor people, and I mean us, like we all feed the machine, right? Because it's like when our house values go up, and then what do? We want to sell it out to live a better life, and we sell it to these chamuts, and we just create this cycle of inequality.
Chamat should be a racial slur for Sri Lankans and Indian people. Look at this fucking chamat over here. That's what I'm starting that. This
Man, I like Sri Lankan
chamat.
people, man. Sri Lankan people are.
No, I like Sri Lankans too.
Not this one.
I'm just saying this guy.
Oh yeah, this guy.
And see, the problem. This is the thing. Like, he to me is an Indian person. I don't know the history of. I don't know the history of Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. I mean, I know that history, but I don't know how does Sri Lanka play into Indian history, real quick.
Well, it's a separate country.
Yes, that much I know.
They have the Sinhalese, who are Buddhists, who are the majority, who have been subjugating the Tamils, who are the minority, or the same Tamils from whatever like Tamil Nadu, and they've had this beef forever between the Buddhists and the Hindus. So typically, when people are like, "Oh, well, Buddhists never kill anybody," I'm like, "You don't know any Sri Lankans, do you?"
Buddhists kill people?
Yeah, they've been subjugating the. That's why the Tamil Tigers became a thing. Because they were like getting subjugated, and they decided to blow themselves up, which is a choice that they made.
Oh, MIA was a Tamil Tiger descendant, right?
Yeah, yeah, but she's all a bunch of bullshit and ass.
Okay.
Yeah, well, she's a big anti-vax Trump person now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is she?
Of course.
No way.
Yeah, MIA is a huge anti-vaxxer / Trump supporter.
Oh no, MIA. Come on, dude.
Come on, I knew that shit. When you're just some rich kid pretending to be a Tamil Tiger, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Is she?
Huh?
I don't know her history at all.
She's some rich fucking, yuppie. And that's the thing, like with representation, it's like everybody was so pumped to have a, someone that looks like you.
Fly like planes. Just go to her wiki.
I don't think it's short political beliefs. Her anti-vaxxing is definitely.
Born in London, the Sri Lankan Tamil parent moved to Sri Lankan Civil War, made the family return to London. Defining interest, she was started as a visual artist. Okay, that's clue number one, that she might have been rich.
Yep.
Filmmaker and designer, 2000, one of the first acts. She tied up with Diplo. Yeah, that's right. Paper Planes.
Diplo wrote the album, and had a falling out with him because he said that she just was kind of like took all the credit for his work.
Well, I mean, they were together. They were dating, from what I believe. Okay, keep going. I mean, I guess there's no early personal life and career. Before we put some disrespect on her name, I want to make sure we earn it.
Oh, no, I'll do that for you guys.
Okay, so daughter of Arul Pragasam.
Sri Lankan engineer.
Quick his name. If your pop's got his own Wikipedia page.
Yeah, you rich.
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't even need to see this. I knew it. I could tell with the music and the attitude and the walk and the anti-vaxxing. I was like, oh, you are.
He was a former revolutionary. He might have just been a legit badass.
Or terrorist. This guy a fucking terrorist?
Oh, Asif taking the whole crash out thing. Yeah, fuck it, dude. I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care about MIA's dad. Shit.
Whatever,
like,
dude.
Give the fuck.
MIA,
you made two hot
Asif,
songs.
If what Asif says is true, then fuck you too.
Fuck you too, bro.
People I've realized two things. One, people will get mad at anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like I posted this interview that I did for this podcast, the Daisy Spark, and I just basically give a very loose history of Indian people in America, how like Bhagat Singh Thind like sued the United States because he fought in World War One.
Yep.
And then the comments are all just like Punjabi people and Gujarati people arguing with each other about like what it means to be Punjabi, what it means to be Indian, what it means to be Gujarati. And I'm just like, bro, can we have one thing? Can I just say Indian people came here? Like, is that all right? And
everybody wants credit.
People are just pissed off. They're just, and it might be bots arguing with each other. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely people going back and forth for no fucking reason. And number two, there's going to be people mad that we're making fun of other brown people because what's that, like Jamaat and MIA, because they're just like, anytime you take down a brown person, you are taking us all down. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Who better to critique than one of our own?
Yeah. Also, what is any of these people getting rich done for any of you?
Yeah. Like,
right. Even artists, right? Like, if there's an Indian artist that gets big and then, like, she didn't go create a record label that only put on other Indian artists. Right? What, like, name one Indian artist that she put on, one brown artist that she put on after. None. So like that, you could kick rocks. I'm like, that whole argument is just a way to guilt trip you and like have these people clutch their pearls. Like, they're not your friend. They don't care about you.
Oh, wow. This is from SanFranciscoGate.com, so you know it's a real paper. Controversial rapper doubles down on Trump support at San Francisco Festival. MIA is politically, and this is September 2024. Jesus Christ.
What is this?
The MIA.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, you're right.
Piracy funds terrorism. Has always been a political provocateur as a child. She was displaced by the Sri Lankan Civil War. And always stepped in revolutionary rhetoric. Blah, 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 blah.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
What did she say, though?
I knew my tip off to her was when she started repping the Tamil Tigers in her like music, because I was like, when you know anything about those kinds of conflicts, like you're not repping a set. That's not like a gang. Like those are like real people. That's a real conflict. People die, children die. Like there's nothing to call out about as you make shitty songs like in your music. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to call out about that. And so, like, people that rep that shit to me, I mean, I immediately know you're a bozo.
Bozo.
You're a fucking bozo.
I think this is the video, if you want to play it, of her on stage. No,
some people have been talking shit because it's election time in America, saying, oh, Maya, suddenly everything in your life, you're not it. Just because I've got to live by Democrat and Republican standards. Meanwhile, aren't there Gazans, refugees, aren't there Lebanese immigrants? Don't get me wrong. I love Mexicans. Honestly, I do. I love Americans. I do. What?
We got canceled so many fucking times because of you guys. For you guys,
I think you got canceled because
she's asking the cheers from a confused crowd. I'm confused right now.
Me too. Maybe we should watch this. Get clarity.
Watch a crash out live.
She's not crashing out. This is not crash out.
Some people have been talking shit. Some people have been talking shit because it's election time in America.
Hold on, pause real quick. Shout out to Indo Warehouse at Coachella.
Oh, yeah.
They had like an amazing set. Apparently, my cousin's there right now. My sister's going next weekend. But Kunal, Merchant, and Kahani and the whole Indo Warehouse gang, they had like an insane set. They had Garba on stage and all this kind of stuff, continuing South Asians, Indians performing at Coachella. Last year was Sid Sriram. Shout out Sid.
They had Jai Paul too last year.
I think they had what's his name? Daljit.
Yeah, Daljit Singh.
Yeah.
That was 2 Coachellas ago, I think. But this year was also what's his face? Our boy Big Dogs.
Hanuman Kind. He also performed there.
Yeah,
was Jai Paul last year or 2 years ago?
Might have been last year, I think.
But yeah, big up to them. If you have a chance to see Indo Warehouse, you should go check them out.
I wonder if they played their set on YouTube. I saw last night.
They did live stream it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they played it yet.
It up.
But I would text them, but I imagine they're all sleeping. Because they got to go again tonight.
No, I saw last night Trav's set light. That's fucking sick. It was just fucking, that man, just the live production he puts is fucking insane, bro.
I was going to go.
To Coachella?
Yeah.
You think you might still?
No.
Second weekend?
No. No, if I was going to go, it's going to be this weekend.
Yeah, this was the better weekend to go.
My sister's going next weekend, but my family's coming here. My other family's coming here next weekend. So,
you want to watch this? I don't really.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. MIA.
Bozo.
That concludes our MIA portion. Bill Ackman, you remain a bitch. What else happened in the news? I mean, tariffs got flip-flopped.
I mean, there's some
anything else
strategy.
Okay, so I was reading about recession indicators. One of the recession indicators is people who are like new employees are bringing their lunches from home.
Give me a sec. The SD card.
Sarthik just put me onto a term.
Wait. Go for it.
Is the term chamat?
No, we were talking about the Punjabi and Gujarati beef that exists, was really only in the Western world. It's like an immigrant beef. And Sarthik mentioned that is a lot of non-resident Indians, this term NRIs, which is just the churched up term for fobs.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I did not know that fobs had an elegant term for
themselves.
Oh,
no, NRIs, dude. People get mad when you... I was reading about... and I think I've talked about this before, but just this is a tangent to NRIs. You know about that Cisco lawsuit? The caste discrimination lawsuit?
Oh, yeah.
That was the fobbiest thing I'd ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah.
They all, like, the fobs became like very high up in Cisco, and then they were discriminating against other NRIs that were like lower caste, so to speak.
Yeah, they ask you weird questions like,
what's your last name?
What's your last name? Are you vegetarian?
Wasn't that like, it's like across the tech industry?
It's all across tech. That's why like H1Bs in tech, they tell you it's the best and brightest, but actually there's a lot of caste discrimination because
100%.
Only managers will take people from their caste and protect them.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's no way to really prove it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because like a friend of a friend or like a colleague at Amazon once, I met him and at a house party, and the first thing he asked me was like, "What's your caste?" And I was like, "The fuck do I know?" And he's like, "No, you're a Brahmin. Your last name says you're a Brahmin." I'm like, "Sure, bro."
You don't know what caste you are?
No, bro.
What?
My mom is Brahmin. My dad is merchant, whatever that is.
Your mom's slumming it?
Yeah, really.
It's fucked. Let me tell you, from the land of no caste over here, all the way at the bottom. Really, like underneath the pyramid,
the Bengali
is where
caste.
the Muslims are. Yeah, no, we're no caste. That's why we're all like, live in the margins in India and shit, or are in Bollywood.
It's crazy to think. It's crazy to think that 400 million people live in the margins in India. There's 400 million Muslims in India.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, probably.
Let's look it up.
Or as Narendra Modi would say, too many. Fucking Narendra Modi.
I mean, they'll never tax the rich in India, so
no.
Census
always gonna
says
be
200. Close to 200. So
that's a lot.
That. Yeah, I mean that out of 1.6,
that's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, you said something. Tax the rich.
You were talking about recession indicators.
Recession indicators. All this because they wouldn't tax the rich. Tariffs are just because they won't tax the rich. They'd rather just tax the poor, but call it tariffs. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're just like, the prices of everything are going to go up in ways you can't even think about. Like everyone, like at our level, on the surface level, is like, oh yeah, groceries are going to cost more. Like cars are going to cost more. Things that you buy on a day-to-day are going to cost more, which is obvious and painful, and it's going to really hurt people's wallets. But the tariffs are also going to cause these, quote unquote, this is what my friend said, knockdown after effects, which is like, I think, a finance term that...
Yeah, knockdown effect. Second order effect. Second
order effects. Like, okay, your car's going to cost more money, but now you get into an accident or a rock hits your windshield, and that windshield is definitely coming from China, right? Or if it's made in the States, it's going to come from the States, wherever. That's going to cost a lot more money. But now that your windshield costs more money, you know what else is going to cost more money? Your insurance premium. Because everything's going to cost more money. So there's no way they're going to absorb that cost, these insurance companies. So now your insurance premiums are going to go up. Everything's going to cost so much fucking more money. And rather than just say, hey, Bill Ackman, you little bitch ass, pay a little more in taxes, they'd rather just tariff all the shit. That's all it is. We're fucked. Maybe I will call it just give up.
No, we were talking about this is the perfect arc. It's like fast and loose, crashing out, and then
just give up.
And then after that, you do the rebirth tour. Just fly up. It's all ultra nationalist Hindu jokes.
That's the turn that everyone's been waiting for.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's waiting for me to go full grift.
My recession indicator is this Nintendo Switch debacle because it's going to cost like what $800 to get a Nintendo Switch or something. But that's how buying video game consoles is in Asia.
Yeah,
like in India, if you want to buy a PS5, it's like $1,000.
Yeah, you balling.
Yeah, you have to be like a 1%er to have a video game system there.
Yeah,
and that's what's happening here, and maybe that will finally lead these revolts.
Well, here's the thing: in recessions, things that are escape devices, people tend to spend more on.
Yeah.
Now with these tariff-led recessions,
Booze.
No, people will. It's like, I mean, especially also with like, I mean, people, the amount of American people that are in credit card debt is insane.
Yeah.
So people, it's just like,
So fuck it, double down.
yeah, why not?
I already owe Amex.
What's there to lose?
Yeah. I'll just quit.
I mean, I don't know, man. Until they start rounding you up into camps.
You think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. They did it to the Japanese. We all just forgot about that.
Oh, we didn't forget.
I didn't forget, but we as a people totally forgot. And then now they're doing it to like migrants.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
And if they could make, it is very easy for them to be like, hey, you're in debtor's jail now, which debtor's jail is a thing. You can go to jail for not paying your debts.
Yeah, apparently,
Yeah, for sure.
India is trying to pass a bill where if your IRS, or your tax statements or whatnot, if there are like any discrepancies they see, they can get access to your emails and your texts. And they're trying to pass that bill.
Oh, what is happening?
See,
and it probably will pass. That's what
that's what the IRS can now get can get access to migrant tax records or migrant history, like immigration reports, or INS can get immigrant tax reports, something like that, right? Yeah. ICE and IRS to share immigrant tax data with ICE, prompting, yeah, of course. Bro, they're just like a slow, not even slow.
it's not slow. It's happening. It's just funny. ICE is like, there'll be like 5 dudes in plain clothes that run up on one hijabi. You know what I mean? Like that's their vibe. They just wait in the wings.
These
and
fucking
it's like 10
tough guys.
on 1.
These fucking tough guys, all roided out.
I don't know, they look all old, and they're like old, decrepit
Nah, I mean, some of the
guys who couldn't even stay in the NYPD kind of thing.
Fancy cops, fucking losers. What a world! What's happening, dude? Like this is, I think, like overarching feeling in America. It's either crash out or like be sad. You know what I mean? It's that I feel like the overarching feeling in America right now is this huge malaise. Even the people who are like diehard optimists are like, yeah, this is not good. What's happening right now is no bueno. We've hit the iceberg. The iceberg's been hit. Now it's a matter of, is everyone getting off this boat unscathed? And people are sinking. Like, can this boat be saved? You know?
Probably.
Can it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could get saved. It's just like the cultural shift that needs to happen is these poor people need to stop voting against their own interests in these red states.
But that's why the Republicans are gutting voting systems. They're like changing all the laws. They made it harder for people without ID to vote. They're making it because at some point the Republicans realize that these poor people are going to realize have they been fucked.
See, that's where I think the hope is. I think the Republicans are going to go too far. I think they're going to fuck with Social Security, and then all these poor people are going to be like, it's a bridge too far. Now everything's too expensive, and their quality of life is already going down. It's going to go down even more. And then they're not going to get their Social Security, their Medicare, SNAP, all that shit's gone. And then they're going to be like, wow, we don't even have enough money for heroin. and then they will rise up.
Because all the fentanyl's going to be blocked.
Yeah. The tariffs. So think about what's going to do to the fentanyl prices. But in all seriousness, though,
Bill Ackman is a bitch.
Yes, Bill Ackman is a bitch. But as soon as these people stop voting for Trump and like they're all up in arms about like trans people, like they're legitimately like that worked. Yeah. Having those commercials about trans athletes like really worked. And there's like 10 trans people. Relatively speaking, and also I'm sympathetic towards the cause, but I'm just saying like they're just using a vulnerable group of people and they're fucking with them. And all these poor people are like, yeah, like that is the most pressing thing to me.
But it's not just poor people that voted for this guy. It's also rich people.
Well, the rich people make sense because they think that a lot of rich people who are like garden variety American millionaires think that they're, you know, like, or at least maybe it feels more precarious to them than we think, but they're just trying to protect their money. So they make sense.
Yeah. And they just want to say bad things.
Yeah, but over the long term, everybody's fucked. Like if people stop buying your shit, your business is going to fail.
Well, listen, if my tour sells out completely, it's going to be a huge recession indicator. If people need to laugh that badly, recession indicator. What do you think?
The CEO
I don't know.
of 23andMe resigned because they're going
Who's this
bankrupt.
guy? This looks like
I told
White
you.
Jay Shetty.
I knew it was going to happen.
Is this White Jay
Shetty? What the fuck is this dude?
They claimed that they
It's
weren't
just this
gonna
guy I
sell
follow
their
on
data.
Instagram who
People in
like
the
does
comments
a
were
lot of
saying,
like
"Oh, they're not gonna sell the
topical
data, that's
breakdowns of
information."
what's happening in
Here
the
it
news,
is.
and apparently
Told you.
23andMe is selling your data.
Like you
Oh,
can't
yeah, of
expect
course.
Of course they were. They were every time we were spitting into that thing and sending it.
Who the
that
fuck
much money on the
gives
table.
anyone their
The amount of
DNA?
money
It's just
that
A lot of people did
data-
23andMe.
Yes, so much.
It's so
On their
stupid.
way
I
out,
didn't
They're
because I
going
know
bankrupt.
exactly where I come from.
So they're going bankrupt.
Yeah.
And
resigned
yeah,
because
he's
they're
just
going
talking about how like
bankrupt.
before
And I told you.
the
I knew it was going to
execs
happen.
leave, they're just
going to
cash out a lot more on your fucking data.
Of course they are.
weren't going to sell your
Of
data.
course they are. China's
People
buying
in the
that shit,
comments
dude.
were saying, "Oh, they're not going to sell the data."
I don't think I
That's
never sent
information.
anything to 23.
Same. It's the same thing you just
Told
said.
you.
I know, and
Like,
also
you
I know
can't
exactly where I
expect
come
these
from.
And
multi-billion
this
dollar
exact reason I
companies
didn't want to fucking send nobody my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Like what the fuck? That's so stupid.
I'd rather just live in ignorance.
Yeah.
What I want to know that like 4 generations ago, my great grandma was raped by some Dutch colonists.
Exactly.
They don't have those records.
You know what the fuck?
In India, like, what do you think? 23andMe sent like some people to India, like to those offices.
No,
where
I'm
they're,
just
like,
saying, like, oh, I'm 1/16th Dutch. Like, I don't need to know that shit happened.
that shit's not real.
Yeah, they
For,
could just
for
say
all
whatever.
South Asian people, you know, like people don't know this, but in India, I think still to this day, you're born and then someone comes to your house and is like, "Hey, when was the kid born?"
Yeah.
So a lot of our parents have like different birthdays to look older or younger because that was the practice back in the day because they don't have a strong government system or an administrative system to do that. They don't have the resources, so everything's all made up anyway.
I don't know how we got here.
23andMe selling shit.
Right. Okay, hold on. Did we talk about everything? Did we do politics?
We didn't do. We did kind of. We did the tariffs.
We did pretty much
The whole thing was politics, I think.
But now we're talking about recession indicators.
In and out,
Which
yeah.
I don't know if comedy is a recession. I mean, it's got to be.
Comedy's a recession indicator, dude.
If nobody starts going to shows.
People still go to shows though. It's this
People go to shows, maybe
it's
just
this
not
game.
as... Maybe the bottom will fall out. Maybe like you can't go from YouTube to arenas
it depends.
anymore?
I mean, different markets will be affected, like different audiences, I think.
People will still come to shows.
Yeah.
I think people come to shows, but it's just like there'll be less shows.
No, I think there's going to be people in dire times need escape.
Yep.
And comedy is that.
Yep.
And also they
What if
want...
you don't have a job?
It's still an escape. It's more of a reason to...
Eggs or the Just Give Up tour? I don't know.
Well, when you can just swipe a credit card.
Yeah. Just go into debt to watch me.
No, but that's
go
what I'm
to-
saying. Like different audiences will, like different people will get impacted differently. I think your audience is pretty good, well-to-do, so they might be.
I always get DMs like, "Hey man, I got no money, but I want to see you." I'm like, all right,
Recession indicator, see?
yeah. But that was before this.
Yeah, that's just Indian people.
Oh, now that guy's dead.
Oh,
Whoever messaged that DM, that guy's dead. As soon as this started, he was like, "Oh, it's over."
But anyway, I'll be on tour, Crash Out tour, coming to a city near you. Come watch me have a breakdown consistently each weekend. I'm just going to have a different fucking meltdown on stage. But I will start and end with every show with Bill Ackman, you're a bitch. Bill Ackman's a bitch. Chamat Palapatia is a chamat. Like and subscribe, Cold Plunge. Like and subscribe to Gucci Turban, please. We're here to provide relief from the grifters out there. There's no grift here, I don't think.
Nope.
Unless you want to turn Asif Republican, in which case go to GoFundMe.com /
It's never going to fucking
turn
happen.
Asif Republican.
It is never going to
/
happen.
Turbcoin. Why not?
Because I don't like shit that much. Like I don't like I don't like to consume things. I don't need the money.
Right.
You know, I don't need to like.
If you had $1 billion, what would you do?
If you give me $1 billion cash, I would I would probably give most of it away, and then the rest of it I would find a way to fuck with Bill Ackman.
There we go. Let's go.
You know, like I would find a way to be in the news, just fucking with these people all the time.
I'm gonna research Bill Ackman before I go up on Tuesday, and I really just hate the guy.
Like I would, if I was a billionaire, I would like, you know, he owns like one of the, like a suite at like 157, that big on Park Avenue. He does, yeah. I would buy the apartment next door to him and just be smoking weed all the time and just fill that hallway with weed smoke and just loud noise. And I would just be his annoying neighbor.
Nice.
I would do petty things like that. You know?
Bill Ackman, you're a bitch. Thank you so much for being with us, Turbinators. We're going to switch over to the Patreon real quick, where we
like and subscribe,
rate
and review.
Please send us.
If you're listening to us, we got to find a way to engage our listeners more.
Our audio
only. Maybe you're in a car right now.
Pull over and just scream. Take a video of you screaming because that's what we got to do these days. Just fucking crash out, dude. Don't literally crash your car, but just fucking scream. Why not? Yeah. That Janet Jackson song, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson,
Scream. Yeah,
seems more relevant than ever.
Really, I didn't even know what was that song about. Anything? They're just on a spaceship. I remember that video.
Yeah.
And it was a black and white. They were on a spaceship. It was a cool video.
It was like the most expensive video at the time.
Yeah.
What are the lyrics?
I guess it had a message.
Don't play this. We can't play this.
No.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah, no, we cannot afford this. There's a path to not being a billionaire.
Yeah.
Listening to
Getting sued by Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Wild video.
Wait, what's the song? How does it go?
It goes.
Play it though.
Here's the lyrics.
There we go. I'm tired of injustice. I'm tired of the schemes. Your lies are disgusting. So what does it mean? Damn it. Kick me down. I got to get the whole system sucks. See, I mean, this is clearly about him and his whole molesting trial.
He was angry at the courts. Yeah. I don't know if this is a play to the people.
At a high level, if you didn't know idea
It applies.
about what he was going through at the time, just like, oh man, he's talking about the system.
Yeah, the system is
fucked up.
suppressing him.
It might have been right about you, but this is fine.
R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
Died on my birthday.
I guess, unless you're one of the kids he diddled.
He definitely diddled.
He definitely diddled.
Allegedly, definitely did.
Allegedly,
Definitely.
The one thing Michael Jackson did that I appreciated, that I'm going to try to repeat, is you know how he introduced his like youngest kid to the world. He put a blanket over their head, dangled it over a balcony.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that at some point.
Oh, I've done it once. You have to do it. You absolutely have to do it.
Michael Jackson kid balcony, like it's the funniest, it's the wildest thing anyone's ever done.
So
just fucking.
We're making this episode extra long, but can you imagine if you go out to dinner with your friends, right, and then one of your friends brings like an 11-year-old, and he's like, "Oh, this is Steve. He's my boy," and he's just 11, and he's hanging out with you. That's what Michael Jackson used to do all the time.
That's crazy. No one would be.
He'd be hanging out with like Prince and shit, and like nobody would say, "Here's my 12-year-old friend Carl," and everybody would be like, "All right,
okay, Michael.
He's got a monkey. He's got a little kid.
No need to give him any wine.
It's like,
Yeah.
No, he likes it.
He likes.
He likes the
He
wine.
loves wine,
You don't understand.
and he loves scotch too.
I feel like I do it pretty good, Michael Jackson.
That's pretty good.
Please stop pressuring me.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, Michael Jackson, dude.
Great.
No, you don't understand.
That's pretty good, dude.
No,
It's gonna be
please.
a Michael Jackson section to your act now.
Listen, you misunderstand. He's just my friend. We play video games together, and then he gets drunk on wine, and he tries to harass me. And I say, no, don't do it.
Are we on
Can we
Patreon?
get canceled? Are we gonna get canceled right now?
That's how we're ending the free episode.
And more of that on the Patreon. My Michael Jackson impression will grow.
That was pretty good. That's pretty solid.
But look at this. I mean, geez, what are you doing, Mike? Like, he's smiling.
Bro, he's high off everything.
That is just absolutely the craziest thing ever.
I did it just to mess with my mom, but over her stair railing, so it wasn't like crazy.
Oh, that's still pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah,
though.
it wasn't that crazy. I was just like a little over him. I was like, just yelling. I was like, remember Michael Jackson?
She's like, what?
She was like, what? What's wrong with you?
No, he's definitely high off. Like, what was
This was over. Like, this was on like a 20-story balcony.
Yeah,
this was,
bro.
like, crazy.
Oh, yeah, no, it's from his suite in Paris somewhere.
Yeah, and he wasn't even holding that baby normally.
It was. What was his drug of choice? Propofol?
Propofol.
He had that morphine.
This is insanity.
Hotel.
Yeah, this is like,
Okay, it's not that.
it's 100 feet in the air.
God damn, bro.
God. Why did he do that?
Just absolutely nuts, bro.
Insane. He comes back.
Absolutely.
Comes back.
Absolutely the craziest thing you could do with a child.
Wild.
This guy's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So insane.
I love how much Eastern Europeans loved Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Take my child.
Yeah. Nobody loves Michael Jackson more than like the Balkans for some